All right, I got the all new 2025 Expedition Max Platinum. Got 24-inch wheels on it, look absolutely great. And about every 4 years, Ford does a refresh, 4 to 5 years, and this is their refresh model. So this will actually be how the Expeditions look for the next 4 years. So don't have to worry about, getting it and then they change it and come out with a cooler one next year. This is the one for the next, 4 years. So you get obviously a regular trunk right there, and then, or lift gate, and then you also get this one right here, which it stands up right like that so that your groceries and stuff don't fall out if you're trying to, unload them. You can also use it as a tailgate, like a truck, right? And then this back plate can come up, and you can actually have like a back plate right there, so when you sit down you can have something to lean your back on. Pretty cool. You can get tables and all sorts of accessories for it. It does come with bottle openers. You can actually fold the third and second row power, so up and down on that third row. Pretty cool. And then this center you can actually fold down by itself, and so you do have to do the center manually if you want to do it by itself. But so if you load like something long, lumber, anything in there, you can pull that seat down. So pretty nice, get lots of extra space. With that third row down, it's just absolutely massive back here. I hope my camera's picking that up. Oh, that seat's a little bit too far back there, doesn't like that, but I'll show you how. So you can also fold these front rows down, fold those down, pretty cool. And then also you get power in the back right here, so get a 400 watt 12 volt as well as USB-Cs, and you get a bunch of clip points right here too that you can attach like groceries, what have you, to, so they're not rolling all over the place. You get more USB-Cs on there, more USB-Cs on that side, so you get 2 each side. And then there's actually buttons right here as well that you can fold down the seats. So if you're in that third row, you can fold down these second row seats without having to pull up to the front there. So pretty neat. You also have a button right here to drop it down and forward, so pretty cool. And then that slides all the way forward as well, so you can access the back there. And yeah, no other company does that with the button. They all have levers and stuff, so pretty neat that you can just hit a button and do that. Got the second row heated, full climate control and everything back here, of course. And then you get a bunch of other, you get 400 watts right there, and then more USBs, USB-C plugins on the side. So pretty neat. Comes standard, of course, with blind spot, power running boards, 360 cameras, sensors all the way around. And then one of the coolest things, in my opinion, on these new ones, so you still get the door code. Ford did not take that away, so you can access it from the door. You can use the Ford Pass app to unlock it, which is free. They don't charge you for it. And one of the coolest things, in my opinion, is the new steering wheel. So you can see the size of it is, and the shape of it is different than a normal steering wheel. And the function is also pretty neat. So I'll go ahead and show you how that works. So you can see there's a little icon right here, right? Well, when you hover over that icon, see on that screen there, how it's kind of moving around. As my thumb moves, that's where you can select. So basically you have all your controls here, and as I move my finger, it's gonna select, like say if I want the volume up, it's gonna select the volume up, down. You can adjust your steering wheel right here, your pedals. So steering wheel up, steering wheel down. Absolutely everything's controlled through this touchpad right here. Same thing with the left side for your Blue Cruise, so your full hands-free driving, just like the Teslas. It can fully autonomous drive itself. It can do lane changes, absolutely everything. You do get drive modes right here as well, so when you turn that, you can see on the screen there, you got normal, tow, eco, sport, slippery, and then off-road. So you can do that on the fly as well, whichever mode you need, and then it actually changes how the vehicle reacts to the environment. Right here you have your buttons for your lift gate, so you can drop both of them down, that bottom one and the top, or just the top one. And one of the coolest things about the Expeditions is you get 4 auto. So for example, if I put it into slippery mode, it's going to be engaged in 4 auto. So what that is it'll be 2-wheel drive, and then as soon as it detects any slippage whatsoever, it automatically kicks into 4-wheel drive, so you don't have to do absolutely anything. You can customize this full display right here. You can put whatever you want to see there. Obviously you got your maps right here is how they had it set up for, which is pretty cool. That way, you know, you're looking more at the road and not having to look down at this screen for everything. So pretty neat. You can also watch YouTube and stuff on there, watch videos. Pretty cool. Of course, got all your driver's safety settings. Wireless charger right here. You do have Pro Trailer Backup Assist. So if you hook up to a trailer and you're backing up, you can turn this to the right and it'll actually go to the right. You drop it, it'll straighten it out. Turn it to the left, same thing. So it takes the counter steer out of backing up. So you actually don't use the steering wheel, you just use this to control your trailer. Another cool feature about these new ones is this whole center console slides back. And you get kind of a secret big storage compartment right there. You can put, you know, your lady's purse or whatever, a gun, whatever you got. Slides forward, super easy, just little buttons right there. And then you also get your full center console. So full panel moonroof. You gotta love this crystal gray interior, looks absolutely great. It surprisingly actually hides the dirt better than black too, so pretty crazy. All your seat settings. You do get massaging seats on these ones, so you can actually turn that on right there. Right now I'm getting a massage. You can change what you want, just like you're at the mall in one of those chairs. Fully customizable. Passenger seat also has the massaging too. And then yeah, one of the coolest things also is like the lighting you can change. You can have your zone lighting, so you can turn the whole entire thing into a big flashlight. So say if you're, you know, loading stuff up early in the morning or late at night, you can select all the LEDs to be on and it'll just light up the whole entire road, the whole entire driveway, whatever you got going on. Heated ventilated seats on the front, heated steering wheel, and then just tons of driver assist settings, like I said, you're full hands-free. There's pre-collision assist, rear cross traffic alert. So say if there's two big, you know, cargo vans parked next to you and you're trying to back out, well, normally you would just kind of have to inch back until you can see well enough to back out. Well, this one will actually beep at you when there's cars within 50 feet. So like say if you're pulling out of a parking spot and there's someone, you know, zooming down the road, it'll beep at you and let you know not to back up yet. It's not clear. This whole thing is a sound bar right there. So you got B&O audio everywhere, got tweeters and subs and absolutely everything. Audio sounds super amazing. And yeah, that's kind of the basics. But let me know if there's anything else that you wanted to check out that I didn't cover. And I would love to, the 360 cameras too, of course. So got your bird's eye view, got your rear view camera. You can do like a hitch view if you're pulling a trailer. And then one of the coolest things, in my opinion, that they added on these new ones, when you hit your blinker, a blind spot camera pops up for the side that you're turning. So pretty neat there. And then, yeah, you just get tons of camera views. It's absolutely insane. So I got the full 360, panoramic front. Those are your blind spots, rear, and then you can actually change, you know, if you click this right here, you can zoom in on each individual corner and see exactly, you know, where you're at. If there's a pole or what have you right there, you'll be able to see all that. So pretty neat. You can also talk to it, so you can say, hey Google, set the temperature to 67 degrees, please.
Okay, changing
And
the
then you see the temperature goes to 67. So everything's fully autonomous, you know, designed to basically allow you to keep your hands on the wheel, not have to worry about doing anything. You can tell the car to do basically everything other than make you an omelet in the morning. So yeah, that's like I said, that's the basics. Let me know if there's anything else in particular that you'd like to see.